And I was talking about you having 3 striations, and you do. And to be complicated, you have a teardrop shape. Then you have another basic teardrop shape that comes in through like this. And you have this here, this little muscle out here. It is called the outer head. And this one right here, the B, or the middle muscle, is called the middle head, and then the inner head. And the reason why that's important, if you look at the Hulk or even this athletes, basketball players especially, when I see them up and down the court, if you want your character really defined, you can really start throwing in striations through here and veins and all sorts of stuff. But anyway, enough of the deltoid. We got the deltoid as a teardrop shape into a teardrop shape. We have the bicep that connects right here to where the elbow's at. It's not super pumped up, a little bit more pumped up than probably most humans have, but this is kind of a comic book thing. We have our tricep muscle that comes through here. Your brachial muscles, what we're going to do is at this end here, we're going to cheat a little bit like this and come into where the ulna bone. So if you feel your elbow, that is your ulna bone right through there. And this comes out here like this just a little bit, then comes back in and connects through here. So from your ulna bone at a little angle, and then comes in and connects here where your ulna bone is at. And the guy that really made this muscle popular and big for me, I can't even pronounce this. It's Brachioraddialis. I call it the Wolverine muscle because the dude's got some major forearm muscles. It is a wrap that's going to come from back behind here like this. And then down here like that. And then you can connect, you can connect right to here. So let me make, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make yet another layer. I'll go ahead and hide this. I know this screen back here is all silly, but that's all right. Lines. See my opacity, I'm going to turn that up so you guys get a really nice read on it. And if I wanted, like again, said I wanted to really stress this guy is worked out. And that is a human arm straight out. I'll turn this layer back on here. And right now I'm not super concerned about all the tarsals, metatarsals. Those are the bones here. What I do for fingers especially, let me get my blue back out. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. I need a 4th one here. And then if you look low body fat, people have a little arch through here. And we have a human hand, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten all my layers right here. I want to make sure, is everyone caught up? You still there, Mr. Nelson?
You what?
Okay, just making sure everything's still working.
Yep, I'm still alive.
Okay, that's good. So we have the workings of a human hand right here. What I did was I created another layer. I'm going to come back to the background layer, unlock it, so I can turn my opacity down like this, come back to layer 1. We can still see the hand. Okay, let's talk about some cybernetic stuff. We can do all sorts of cool things. We have our base model made now. We can come in through here and I'll get a dark, you know what, I'll just do a red. Let me see. Yeah, red will show up really nice. Right, so the thumb. And cybernetics can be anything that you want. So supposing he has some sort of metal fingers coming on through here. And the way I render out little cybernetic fingers, I put little bands through here like this. Let me come down a little bit with my brush tool. All right, you can see where I put my knuckles at in one layer. What I can do here is I can actually make a little circle and bring on these little doodads here, like we have wires coming from here to some knuckle areas. And there's really no right, wrong, or rhyme to all this. If we wanted to, we can say this is an entirely mechanical hand. I'm putting some bands here. And what I like to do with my bands, so I come up through here. Now, ideally, we could say, okay, that's great. Let's just leave them right here. What I want to do is give them a little more definition. So I'm going to go out from my actual outline, connect it like this, maybe put some dots. Not for sure what the dots are, but they're cool. Makes it a little more metal looking. Let's say that this guy here, I got an idea, let's do this. Let's have a little gizmo here popping out of his skin, okay? And we'll do some wires like that. And some receptors that they're going into. And since I already have some middle bands through here, I know this muscle is wrapping up through here, my proposal to you is from this area right through here, and I'll just go ahead and draw it in, all the way to here is going to be metal. And again, make some bands. And they're not going straight, they're not coming like this because it would be a bad read. What I want to do is try to make the bands go with how the functionality of the muscles, the contours of the muscles. I even put a little one right here. And another cool look, if you want, depending on how close up your pose is or your figure is, you can come in here again with a smaller tool and come along here like this. And what are they? I'm not really for sure, but it gives the eye something to look at, and it's kind of cool. That's what I'm talking about. And what we can do is I'll pick a different red, or how about a grayish color through here. Pump up my brush a little bit. And again, follow the contours this way. And we talk about highlights and shadows here in a little bit. And then you can come in here and start coloring. Now, if you notice, I'm leaving some areas blank through here. So it's kind of a metalish type of look. When you get all this stuff in place, it gives the reader or your person looking at your work something nice to look at. You can also do that through here. And again, this would be very helpful if it was on a multiple layer where you could do things a lot easier, but it's on a Photoshop class. Because what I'd really love to do is blend all this and make it kind of blurry So it'd be really, really nice, and it looks like it's a metalish type sort of skin. But from our very first shape of our circles and stuff, you know, we got some cool stuff going on here. I'll go back to my red. All right, so what can we do with the deltoid area? Well, since he's very robotic or cybernetic and through here, and it is right through here where it stops, we can continue more, or we can just have a flesh type color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some more receptors in through here like this. This is what I hate about being a robot guy, though. I mean, how about if one of those wires break? How screwed are you then, huh? And what's cool, again, it's just a nice another little read. This line weight here is thicker than this line weight here with these wires. And then you can mix and match. You have thin wires here, and let's throw, you know, a thicker line weight wire coming through here like this. And it's the same thing that I'm always talking about whenever you're doing your drawings. Line width variation is everything, because if you just make everything a solid line weight, it's a boring read. Everything's really, really flat. So at a quick notice, I mean, you can tell, well, this wire's thicker, it must mean something more, yada, yada, yada. It's nice. All right, so I'm going to continue with my arm right through here. We'll just go ahead and make it red like this. Let's throw some banding right through here like that. Maybe another little noid right here that's connected to, like this. Make some circles, and through here like this. Now if you notice this area right, what I'm doing right here, again, I'm following the contours of the muscle, because that deltoid, the way we drew it originally, very sharp. So they're coming through here like that. I'll finish the deltoid out through here. And a guy I really like to look at if I'm going to do a cybernetic arm, you have Cyclops from the X-Men, because he's all metal, and you get a really good read and a feel for how metal bands wrap around arms and his body. So that's a good reference. So what I'm going to do here is come up through here like this. And then I can get some more gray. Hit OK. Come in here like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to head and flatten my layers. I'm going to layer, flatten them out. We have a nice little background. I'm going to make a duplicate layer, another duplicate layer. You guessed it, one more time. I'm going to use the multiple layer here. You see how things get dark. And you're like, oh crap, that sucks. What am I going to do? Now this is a Photoshop thing. So I don't have a hissy fit and think, man, this really sucks. What I can do, because this layer, my multiple layer is chosen, I can come up here to my image adjustment, to my levels. And then I can start to lighten things up through here, so it's not so harsh. And I can work with that. I'm going to come back underneath the multiple layer, make a blank layer, and here's what I was talking about. I'm going to start off with a nice light gray. Put my brush stroke up here. I'm coloring all this in, not getting too close to the lines, the end or the edges, because you'll have cleanup. Okay, I'm going to take another darker area right through here like this. Now to create volume, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this very close to this edge here. Follow it down to the deltoid, tricep, this flexor muscle here. Last but not least, I'll do some really dark areas through here. Hold on. Maybe not that dark. Let's do a little bit lighter. If this works out like I'm hoping, I'm going to come up here to filter because I have this layer picked, the layer that I've been doing all this work. So I turn this layer off, I have my original. This is the layer that I'm on, and when I hit filter, and I go to blur, to Gaussian blur, I can start getting some cool stuff in through here like this. And of course, there's going to be some cleanup because I told you not to go too close to the edge, and I went too close to the edge. And then from here, you can start refining. This is not the exact workflow that I want, but for our purposes here, I think it's pretty good. And you have a very simple, quick, down and dirty cybernetic hand. And you can make your brush even thinner. Come in here, follow everything around, some straight lines. There you have it, there you are. There's a very simple cybernetic robot-looking hand. That's all there is to it. So to recap, I mean, all we learned today was the deltoid, where the ulna bone's at, your bicep, your tricep, and then we talked about following contours around where the muscles are at. What I'm interested in you guys, and this was my idea, it was a quick, simple idea. I want to see what you guys can come up with a cybernetic arm. I'd like to see maybe some tearing of flesh would be really cool, then cybernetics underneath it. I mean, you guys can get really, really creative like this. And it doesn't have to be in this position here. This is what I taught you tonight, but the arm can be in several different positions. So that is what the homework is going to be for next week. So right now, all I want to do is I want to open up for questions. If you have a screen to show, that'd be great. We can share that. But I want to be able to answer any of your questions. So is there any questions, Mr. Nelson?
No, not in the questions panel. If anybody has any questions, be sure to post in there. But I'm not seeing anything.
All right, so does anybody have a screen they want to share? Come on, Sid, I want to see yours.
Here we go, Leonard.
Leonard always does it. Canadians do it better.
There we go.
Dude!
It's a hand and an arm.
Seriously! Rock on.
I did mess up, though. That hand is empty. It doesn't have a beer in it.
My beer's empty, eh? Cool, 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 cool. Rock
See?
on.
I'm learning.
You are learning. Look at that. I can tell the biceps at, the triceps. I'm really proud of you, man. It was a nice, easy way to make a hand. You got fingers, your little phalanges, the technical term for them. I'm proud of you, man. Well done. Fingers are not easy to do.
Thank you. Well, I've never been able to draw an arm and a hand. They've always looked totally bad.
Well, you did it today. I'm proud of you. You keep it up. I'm anxious to see your concept pieces, and I definitely want to see it when it's all made.
Cool.
Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you much.
You're welcome.
Alrighty, we have a William.
William, you got a lot to live up to. Leonard set the bar pretty high. Nice. I'm just getting this now.
Oh, I know he did. my arm seems a little elongated.
It could be an alien
like
arm.
Especially around the bicep. I'm sorry?
It could be an alien arm. Who knows?
It could be, yeah.
But no, I can tell where you got everything. You're right. The bicep is a little bit elongated. You need your forearm muscle a little bit bigger. But have you ever drawn an arm like this before?
Nope.
Well, you did a darn good job for your first go around. Seriously.
Oh, thank you.
What I would suggest, make the deltoid a little bit bigger. The shoulder muscle. Shoulder muscle. The deltoid is, because it's got 3 heads, should be the biggest muscle on your arm. Make that a little bit bigger. Your bicep a little less elongated. You got a really good arm there, dude. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Well done.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we have a Alex.
Alex. Oh.
Hi.
Hey, I love that banding, man. That is some cool stuff.
Scalloping started to look pretty good.
Really, really nice. You got some shading going on in there, some line width variation. I can tell that it overlaps. Well done. Impressive.
Except I have the scalloping in the parts that don't really move that much.
Well, yeah, but it looks darn cool, doesn't it? Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm proud of you. Good job. Again, make the deltoid muscle a little bit bigger. It should be the biggest part of on the arm. If you got that bigger,
right.
I mean, spot on. Well done.
Thank you.
Quite welcome.
Alrighty, we have a Curtis.
Is that Naughty Penguins here? Ha 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 ha. That's what I'm talking about. Not bad at all. What's the matter, man?
Yeah. Paint sucks.
Well, I'm sorry, but even though you're in paint, you're doing it. What I'd recommend is your hand needs to be a little bit bigger. I like the deltoid is big. I love what you did with the flesh tone and the cybernetic parts, and you threw some light sources in there. Really, really nice. Well done, dude. Remember, I'm giving you compliments, so next time you see me online, don't own me too bad.
Well, we're usually on the same team, so it doesn't go that bad.
Yeah, but you still make fun of me. You did like 14 to 20 kills, and I got like 1.
Yeah, you went like 1 in 7?
But hey, I sneak up on people. I'm a sniper. I sneak up. I take my shots. I'm careful.
Yeah.
And you just like charge balls to the wall. Ah! You draw like you play, man, and you'll go far on this. Make the hand bigger. That's the only thing I can see.
Yeah, I was mostly just working on the bicep and tricep area.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Very good. Well done.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we got a Raphael.
Mr. Raphael. Nice. I love the color scheme, the blues and the grays. Again, the biggest complaint at the moment, that deltoid muscle needs to be the biggest part. You make that bigger, wider, and you got yourself a very cool arm. I love the hands. The banding around the hands, very well done.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, you're quite welcome, man. You keep up the good work, dude.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We've got another Curtis.
Is this Sid's Curtis?
Yes.
Yup.
Look at you, Sid.
I'm using Sketchbook Pro. I'm not used to it.
Hey, it's good. Deltoid needs to be a little bit bigger, but you made a good looking arm, a good looking hand. You got your fingers, your thumbs. It looks like futuristic Spider-Man armor. Very cool. I'm proud of you, Sid.
All right, cool.
Well done.
Alrighty, we got a Jane.
Says.
You know, when you first started this, I thought, what the heck were you doing?
So did you hear the song Jane said by?
Oh, I used to really like them.
Oh, cool. Perry Farrell. He's a freak.
I thought I heard something about them coming up with something else, a new album or something.
Good. It's about time.
I don't know if it's true though.
So that's my plan. I hope to make it big in comic books one day. Just do one comic book and retire forever.
And retire. Yeah. Well, they had 2 good songs.
Yeah, a couple. Again, Deltoid needs to be a little bit bigger. I can see the bicep, the tricep. You got the big Wolverine forearm muscle going on. I like the hand.
Is that the deltoid? I forget.
Deltoid, your shoulder.
The shoulder. Okay. Oh, forearm. Okay. I don't know my anatomy.
We will learn it, and we will sort you out on that. Again, if you follow, and you've been very loyal, and I appreciate it. But every class is going to build on everything else. So when we get to the actual figure drawing, and when I say deltoid, you're going to know about it because we're kind of incorporating all these muscles as we go along. Well done.
Thank you.
Quite welcome.
We have a Ray.
Nice, Mr. Ray Lewis. I like it. I like it a lot. The deltoid is plenty big. You got the only thing I have to pick on is your bicep is bigger than your tricep, and usually that's not the case. So make your tricep muscle a little bit bigger, and your forearm muscle a little bit bigger. Your Wolverine muscle. I mean, that's not the right thing, but we'll call it the Wolverine muscle. But I can tell that that's an arm, that's a hand, it's cybernetic. Well done.
Alrighty. I think that's about it. So let me jump back into you.
All right, let me open up something real quick, Mr. Nelson, if I can find it. Art. You know, I had all this stuff pulled up and then my computer crashed. And for the life of me, I can't find it. So we'll just pick this piece right here. All right, this is all done in pencil for shading purposes. Cybernetic arm. You got a big weapon right here. So your cybernetic arm doesn't have to be an arm. You can have armor around it. You can have a weapon around it. You can't really tell her arm over here because of the way she's laid, or the arm's laid. And for the image plane, you don't have the arm here anyway. Here's another shot of her arm laid down through here with a weapon on it. So my thing to you guys and gals right now is your next homework assignment. I like to see 2 different cybernetic arms. The sky's the limit. There's no right. There's no wrong. It could be an alien arm. You can have 3 fingers and 1 thumb. You could have 2 fingers and a thumb. You can have wires. You can hook armor to it. You can hook weapons to it. You can have flesh being torn apart with cybernetics being electrified and lightning and electricity and power coming over it. So again, sky's the limit. But that's going to be the homework for next week. And then next week's class, we're going to be talking about the big power of the read. We'll be doing spot black shadows, talking about how and why they are important. Then we're going to be doing, it's quickly becoming another fun favorite style of mine because it is so quick and time is always money, no matter what business that you're in. So again, next class, we're going to study the read of the robots, shapes at distance. You're going to watch me do the big mech robot in the silhouette and put all the tones and values on it. And hopefully you guys will be following along with that. We'll do another quick 5-minute sort of thing, power challenge. And then we'll talk about what you'll be doing for homework the following week. So I want to take this time to thank Mr. Nelson, my Mr. Ponyboy personally, Leonard, Wolf, Jane said, Sid, the Curtis family, everybody else out there, thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, dream big, draw better.
Alrighty. We did get one question about how do we go about submitting homework. I'll have the homework up today or tomorrow, and at that point there will be a place on the website where you will be able to submit the homework in the form of a zip. So if you don't know how to make a zip file, just post in the forums and we'll get you sorted out. So yeah, you'll get a notification once I get the homework all set up if you are enrolled in the class, which you should be.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Again, thank you very much. You guys have a good night. Keep your feet on the ground and your ankles slightly above them and keep reaching for the stars. I'm a dork. That's all right.
All right. See you later.